What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all good? All right, we good.
Hey, Robert, back here in the back. I know everyone will talk about the Patriots and Brady and all that, but one guy, if you keep asking who's been a guy that has stood out through OTAs, mini camps now, Ryan Grant's name keeps coming up. What about him has impressed you the most?
He's a great talent. I think he does a lot of things instinctively and naturally that you look for out of a receiver. And it wasn't, something I was coaching him before, so he came in here and he was doing some things and it caught everybody's eye. So he's a reliable guy. He's a young guy, so it's great that he caught on to the system as quick as he has and doing the right things. So I don't know if you guys knew this, but he's actually RG3 too. So Ryan Grant III. It's funny. I call him RG. I do not call him RG3, but I call him RG. So it's kind of weird because that's what people have called me for a long time. But he's a great kid, and he shows up every day to practice like it's a game, and that's what I like. I know that's what the coaches like because that's what it is. Every day is game day, and he shows up like that. Yeah, he's got everything you want out of a receiver. He runs great routes. He's precise. He's got great hands. He does a good job attacking the ball at its highest point down the field. He's where he's supposed to be, and that's what you want out of your receivers. And he can make plays after the catch, which you guys have seen out here in practice, but I think you'll also see it in these preseason games and, hopefully into the season.
We talked the other day about how you like to keep the plays rolling and do the scramble drill and not stop on the whistle. Obviously, you don't get that luxury out there today. What did you think of the way the scrimmage went and of the timing aspects of it? Yeah,
I thought it went great. Today we had some scramble drills and were able to complete some passes, adjusted from yesterday to how they were rushing. They really weren't rushing as hard as some of our guys rush in practice with our 3-4 defense and pinning their ears back and getting upfield. As you saw him get a little pressure on Brady there towards the end of practice. But adjusted to that and was able to get through all the reads and when things broke down, escape out of the pocket and still make plays happen. We had a nice, scramble run and then a nice pass to Jordan on a scramble drill. So that's good. We want to work within the offense, and then when it doesn't present itself, then you work outside the offense.
Robert,
among the things that
you talk about the scrambling back here. Hello.
Gotcha.
You talk about the scrambling that you had in the scrimmage today. It seemed there was a lot of pressure coming at you. You still feeling good about scrambling on your legs and out there in open space?
Yeah, I feel good. Just play the game. Play the game like it's supposed to be played, and that's how I did it in college, how I did it in high school. Coaches always stress, play within your offense and then allow things to happen that way. And, be decisive when you're out there. And we were decisive today. We had some good plays. I feel like we progressed from yesterday. But I thought we had a good day yesterday too. So it's really good to come out here, be able to gauge ourselves versus the Patriots and the defense and the organization that's made a habit out of winning. So that was really good.
Among the areas that Jay said he wanted to see improvement today was quarterback decision-making. Where did you feel like you did today compared to yesterday, and what did you modify or tweak if you did?
Yeah, I think our whole room, progressed from yesterday in decision-making, but that's what you want to see every day. You're never going to be perfect. But I thought we did a good job in all the blitz pickups, in third down situations, and then just in move the ball, normal 2-minute type situations. We did a good job moving the ball down the field.
What did you guys focus on or talk about in your room to help you improve in that area today?
We just opened it up a little bit more, got into some empty sets. And then from there, just allowed our plays to work for us. We weren't going to be as vanilla as we were yesterday. We wanted to get some things done, work on some things that we needed to work on. And I think our guys responded well.
Robert, one thing Jay did talk about, you talked about keeping plays alive, but he also said there are times where he would want you to throw the ball away, and he's talked to you about that. And I know you said you don't want to do that. So how do you decide and go about doing that, and what's the fine line that you walk with wanting to extend that play but knowing maybe this is a time where I need to throw it away?
Yeah, it's the preseason coming up, so there'll be a time to throw it away in the preseason, of course. So I understand that, and my thing is in practice. Most of the time I'm not going to throw it away, and sometimes if the play doesn't present itself, I'm going to try to extend the play and work on that scramble drill. I'm not just going to throw the ball away to say it was a dead play or throw interceptions out there. Our job is to get completions, and if the play doesn't present itself in the rhythm of the play, you extend that play if you have the opportunity to, and that's what you work on in practice. In the games, of course, obviously when the regular season kicks in, the scramble drill will be a big part of what we do because not everybody's going to work out like you plan it. But in the preseason, I'll definitely throw the ball.
Hey, Robert. Yesterday, Coach said the things he wants for you in your career is that you will get the same command of this offense that Brady has with his. Mm-hmm. Given that you're in your first year with this offense and he's in year 15, right. Obviously that's going to be a progression. Where do you feel you are in that progression? If it's an arc, can you describe where you might be?
I don't mean 15 years is a lot different than 1 year, and they've had 15 years to evolve that offense. To continue to build upon it and do the things that they know work for them, and try to change up that and change those tendencies. I think as far as knowing our offense and moving forward, I think we're there. But I think when it comes to those things, I look forward to evolving and growing with Coach Jay and Sean and this offense, our guys, Trent, Dre, Deshaun Pierre, Tana, Aldrick, Ryan Grin, all those guys. We want to continue to grow, and I think that's what they've been able to do in New England with their coaches and their players, and that's what you look for. You want to have that long-term longevity and allow guys to shine and continue to develop that chemistry. So I don't know if we're far off from that. 15 years is I don't know how to put that into perspective, but I think we're where we want to be right now, and we're continuing to grow each day.
Robert, Tom said that one of the things he likes about this situation is the different looks he gets from the Redskins defense. In terms of your perspective, what are the different looks you see from the Patriots? Specifically, what are you seeing? And secondly, your impressions of Darrell and Deshaun Jackson, that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it is different. Obviously, our defense does a lot of unique things out there on the field. So having to go against them constantly, we see about everything that we're going to see in a regular season with any defense, 1 high, 2 high, and everything in between. So with the Pats defense, it has been different looks, and they play their techniques a little bit different. But I think we did a great job adjusting to that throughout the day yesterday and then today once again. And it's just good to break up how going against each other constantly as the same team, it can get a little monotonous. And to have another team out here and have different guys and see your guys perform on guys like Darrell Revis and Brandon Browner, it's impressive.
Speaking of that, can you talk to us about the importance of getting reps against other number ones in a controlled environment like today?
Yeah, it's great. You get to gauge yourself, gauge your team against another team. Ones on ones, good on good. And we enjoy the challenge of going against that defense, and I know my receivers accept that challenge of going against 2 great corners, and we just have the luxury that we go against 2 great corners every day on our own defense, so it prepares us for that. And the physicality out there today and yesterday was evident, so I can't wait to see what the game brings.
Back here.
What up, dog?
Back here. What would you say is the one thing that both teams are probably learning from each other by doing this practice scrimmage?
It's just every defense is going to be a little different. We go against our same guys every single day, all the way through the off season, all the way through training camp until now. So you have to remember that each week to week, things are going to change in how defenses play, and just being able to adjust on the fly. I think we did a good job of that. Came out today, opened it up a little bit, and made some good plays. But situational football is what you get out of these situations with different teams. Red zone, 2-minute. Short yardage, 3rd and long, and we've been able to respond in all those situations.
Hey, Robert, not necessarily X's and O's, but what do you learn about your guys from situations like this?
Oh, they will accept the challenge, and you want to see that. We came out yesterday and we were physical. Today we came out and we were physical again, and that's the kind of team you have to be. When the receivers are getting pressed, you can do one of 2 things. You can complain about it, or you can fight through it. And we got guys that are going to fight through it and might draw a little bit back and forth with them like Pierre was yesterday. But, I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing that fire in our team, knowing that we're going to fight back.
At the start of camp, Jay said that, anyone working with Deshaun, you'd have to learn how to just gauge and get the speed of his speed down to an art. Working with a dynamic player like that, how would you evaluate where you stand in that point, especially with someone like Revis with that perfect pass pretty much in the end zone that was broken up? No refs today, so maybe that would have had some contact. But, how would you evaluate that stance and just the timing of your release?
Yeah, I mean, if there was a week for the refs to be here, it would have been this week, don't you think? But no, it's a great matchup. It's in the books that Revis is one of the best corners in the game. And we believe it's in the books that Deshaun is one of the best receivers in the game. So they know going against each other, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And I think Deshaun's done a great job accepting that challenge to going against a guy like him. And, I think there was a little contact there in the end zone. There probably is a flag, but at the end of the day, we got to reset it and keep going. And we'll still keep working on everything that we have. But I think me and Deshaun we're pretty solid in where we want to be. But we can always get better, and that's what we look at every day. And it's not just him; it's all the receivers.
Robert, you said you don't have goo-goo eyes over players that you met in this league before. 2 days into practices with these guys, are you blown away by the precision and maybe like Tom's arm strength for how old he is and everything like that? Or is there anything that really stands out about the Patriots?
No. We just when we gauge ourselves in these practices, we're more so looking at ourselves. So when their offense is going against our defense, a lot of times as offensive guys, we're watching our defense. Not that we know their calls or know what they're supposed to be doing. We just want to see how our defense stacked up against the Patriots offense. And I think, at times they get a chance to watch them, and they did a good job in both days working their system and working their scheme and what they're trying to do. But I thought Rack and Kerrigan, a lot of those guys did get some pass rush opportunities in there and get some sacks that you don't get to see in practice. But at the end of the day, my job is not to judge what they're doing, it's to judge what we're doing. And I know as a team we can get better, but I think we did a good job out here.
Robert, over here. Hi.
Hey.
Vince Wilfork had a nice little pick today, which is always fun to watch. What were you thinking when you saw that ball hit his hands?
Let's get to the next play. I could care less about that stuff, but Vince, he's been a great player for a long time. So, the big guys like to get one every now and then, but I know as a quarterback we don't like that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and celebrate that.
Hey, Robert. Having the opportunity to practice against the Patriots for the past 2 days, obviously they're a championship organization. Anything you've picked up or noticed in terms of the way they do things and, something that might help you?
Oh, no, I'm saying, like I said, we get the chance to gauge ourselves against them as a team, and I think we did extremely well coming out here. You want to have championship caliber teams, championship caliber organizations involved in your practices, and I think if anybody picked up anything, it's the entire team, the entire organization. But I can't sit here and tell you what that was.
Thank you.